Hey there, good mythical Thursday morning, depending on when you're choosing to hit your second math lesson. Mr. Matt coming back at you with some multiplication properties of exponents. I know for us this is a little review. It's important that we're doing the exact same stuff as the other classes because next year we want to make sure that you have the same gaps, for lack of better terms, so that we can plan well for everybody next year. So I hope everybody did well. I heard pretty good feedback from the first day. Looking forward to office hours on Wednesday at 3:30, and I just continue to hope you're all doing well. All right, so let's get a look at some of these multiplication properties. And these are going to mirror the homework you're going to be doing or the math work you're going to be doing. And I want you to remember that as we look at all these problems, nothing is magically connected. If we really broke this problem apart, we'd have an x times x times x and an x times x. It's all multiplication, right? So that means we have the base x 5 total times. So in essence, in this case, we can add together the exponents. Now remember, I don't want you to memorize add together. I want you to say, hey, this is how many factors of x I have, which gives me a total of 5. Same outcome, you're still adding. One's based on understanding, one's based on memorizing what to do. And I don't know if I've ever told you, but I care if you understand or not. So let's apply this here. Again, remember, nothing's magically connected. So just personal preference, I choose to look at these numbers first. Everything here is multiplication, so I can do a 4 times 3, which is 12. And then remember here, there's 2 ways to look at our m values. One way is we just established when we multiply, we can add. So a 4 and negative 2 would give me an m squared. Another way you can also think about it is negative means denominator. So if I have 2 factors of m in the denominator, that would cancel 2 factors of m in the numerator. Again, same idea, same premise. It's the reason why it works. This one would give us 12m squared. Again, nothing's magically connected. I can bust this up and recompose it any way I want. I'm going to choose to look at those natural numbers, the 2, 3, and 4. So if I multiply 2 times 3 times 4, I get 24. And if I look at how many factors of x I have 2, 6, 9 factors of x, which would be an x to the 9th. 24x to the 9th. Cool. We're going to keep rolling. So here's where we get a little different rule. This is raising to a power, and in this case, everything in my parentheses is getting raised to the second power. So that means my 6 is getting squared for a 36, and my x to the negative 2 is getting squared. So if I have x to the negative 2 twice, that's actually an x to the negative 4. But I'm not going to keep my answer as this. To be simplified, my exponents need to be positive. And like from yesterday's lesson, to get that positive, I'm going to throw that one in the basement. And x to the negative 4th can become x to the 4th in the denominator. So that's how I would simplify this. Remember, again, not magically connected. Everything in there would have to get squared. Then, to have a final answer, I need positive exponents. Okay, so this one's actually a little simpler than the previous one. Everything needs to get cubed. And a good visual for that is, this is the same problem. Okay, so 3 cubed, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And y squared cubed would be y to the 6th. So notice we can multiply here. And the reason we can multiply there is we have this base of 2y's 3 different times. So again, some of you will like to memorize multiply and just do it. I like to understand why it's doing it, and then you'll never forget. So there's that. One way, if you want to check, you can substitute a value, any value you want, let's say 3 in for y. And if you substitute that in and run out that expression, it'll equal the answer to that expression. Remember, we're not changing the value of the expression at all, we're just simplifying it. So we're changing how it looks to be simpler. All right, last one I've got for you. So everything inside gets raised to the negative 2 power. So there's a couple ways to do that. One way is maybe to write out everything like this first, okay? So I raised the 3 to the negative 2, the x cubed to the negative 2. And then from here, I like to circle, and again, there's more than one way to go about this. I like to circle the things that need to get thrown in the denominator. So my 3x is the only thing staying in the numerator. Okay, then I have more I can simplify here. I can divide both 3 and 9 by 1 to give me a 1 and a 3. And I can divide x and x to the 6th both by x to give me a 1 and x to the 5th. So I'm going to rewrite this one as 1 over 3x to the 5th to have simplest form. And what's nice is I get there's a lot more going on this one. It's more difficult. Feel free. You're just watching this video, right? Rewind, check it out again. Because you have a couple on your homework that look a bit like this. Yeah, so again, the things I'm going to push is please allow me grace. This is the first time any of us are doing this. I hope it's going well for you, and I'm trying hard. Allow yourself grace, but I just want you to go at everything we're doing with the best of your ability. Don't feel free to reach out at all. I got you. And I look forward to seeing you guys next year, or just around town, maybe out for a walk, but stay 6 feet away, you know. But miss you guys a whole lot, and I'll be in touch.